He's not seeking to have a large congregation, thousands upon thousands of people, but he's here to.
Okay. This is Prophet Rawa B again, coming at you with another controversy series. Now, I get it. I get it. Hello, I get it. I know how this may make me look in some people's. It might make people look like I don't have anything better to do. Or I just like picking on people. And if you're one of those people, this is really not for you then. This is really not for you. These are a mishmash of case studies, testimonies that I hear from people. And so I've heard this one. So now we listen to Lala's testimony. But I look and lo and behold, Miss Lydia is back on the scene. Lioness is back on the scene. And so she updated us with a video. And let me tell you something. I'm not angry or upset at her. I really don't know her. I really don't. But I want to give something to you all. See, I'm trying to save lives and souls because it looks like people are they are geared for a propensity. They're geared for the propensity of being in a cult, even if they're not really in one. They are geared that way. I mean, a lot of the people in the Christian church are geared for being in a cult, even though they just might be in a storefront church. They geared that way. So what I'm going to do is share one of Lioness's latest videos, and you tell me what's wrong. You tell me. You see, because I just think people just not spiritual. They can't hear anything that's wrong. And maybe I just hear a different way. Just maybe, but I'm thinking I've been hearing this way my whole life. Even before I was a Christian. Because I'm wondering why people can't hear these things. You sitting down, listen to the same person talk, and you come away, and some people be like, oh, they be celebrating, and other people, it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? It's like y'all heard two different messages. I witnessed this when I listen to the news, when I listen to a pastor, when I listen to politicians, government officials. I see this. This is really fascinating. So what I'm going to do right away, I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this. You tell me what's wrong. I'm going to try to keep my mouth closed, but it's just hard, y'all. Because it's just so obvious. And I'm going to tell you this. I think a lot of our people, they just need guidance. They really need spiritual guidance. And this is really what they're thirsty for. And they're trying to supply the thirst and quench the thirst with all kind of other stuff. Some people try to quench their thirst by running from YouTube channel to YouTube channel, Facebook page to Facebook page, this pastor to that pastor, this church to that church, this man to this man, this woman to this woman, this job to this job. Root within themselves. That's why they run all over the place. 1 month they in Florida, 1 month they in Texas, 1 month they here, 1 month they in New York, 1 month they here, 1 week they here, 1 day they here, one day at their mama's house, 1 day they in the car, 1 day they living in the shoe, 1 day they living in the tree. Yeah. And of course, everything they do is spiritual. No matter where they go, spiritual. The Most High led them there. I saw the same thing when I was a Christian. One day they monogamous, one day they're homosexual, and one day they one day they bisexual, one day they celibate, one day they're lesbian, one day I'm telling you, I saw this kind of stuff as a Christian, and I see it among Hebrew Israelites. It's like at a whole nother level with Hebrew Israelites. They not stable. People will not sit down. They can't hear the Most High because they won't be still. And know that He is the Most High wherever they are. All over the place. They trying to find the Most High. And then when they get to this place, ooh, I found the Most High here. Ooh, I found the Most High here. Ooh, I found the Most High here. Ooh, I found the Most High. And they always discount they found the Most High. They always do it. They always discount the last place that they said that the Most High was. And then they come with something new. Oh, the Most High is really here. The saints are really here. Whenever you hear that language, guess what? This is a person that's not stable. They are too amiable. They're too pliable. Their mind, their spirit is very pliable. And I want to tell you, most of the time, you know who it is? Women. Most of the time, it's women. They running hither and yonder, looking for God. And everywhere they go, He's there. But then when they go to a new place, they say He's only here. It's amazing. It is quite, and it's sad. Oh, it's sad. And I praise the Most High. I've never had this spirit on my life. I praise the Most High that I've never had this spirit on my life. I just, wow. But anyway, I'm going to play this. Play this.
Since I made my last video, so I want to just say shalom to going to watch this. And in my last video, I talked about how I took down my videos on my page, and the reason behind that being because I met a true prophet of the Most High, and I heard his messages, and I heard the word and the power and the truth, and I have been in.
Now, she says she heard the word, heard the power, heard the truth, but guess what? Nowhere in the video do she tell you what it is. Just like in the last video I showed you with the lady who was gushing over Pastor Dowell in Straight Men. Nothing's concrete with these people. Nothing concrete with these women. Wild women. And the Bible calls them strange. Why? They not attached to any man. Not a father, not an uncle, not a brother. And when I say attached, I'm talking about attached to a have in the context of spiritual guidance. So strange woman don't always mean prostitute. Strange woman is a woman that's in Israel, say they in Israel, but they all over the place. They not submitted to no male patriarchy. None. That's a strange woman in the nation of Israel. When you understand Torah, you understand that that is a strange woman. She just travel all over the place. She come whenever she come and go whenever she please. She ain't got no track record with nobody. Nobody can vouch for her virtuousness. Nobody can vouch for her purity. Nobody that lives with her can vouch for her. Yeah, they might have fans on YouTube and stuff that they don't even know them. But I'm talking about that live with them. See, all their spirituality can be for good or bad. Their spirituality can be vouched for. Their purity can be vouched for. Their character can be vouched for. What they will and will not do can be vouched for. Their sexual history can be vouched for. All the women in my life, all my daughters, my wife, they can be vouched for. I've been around my daughters their whole life, every day of their life. And one of my daughters is 22. And one of my daughters is 20. My daughters is 18. Never known a man. I could vouch for them. I could vouch for their spirituality. I could vouch for their character flaws and strength. I vouch for them. They not strange women. My wife is not a strange woman, that woman, and that's why my daughters is not a strange woman. They can be vouched for. You got all these women running all around the country. They with this person, that person. They in this hotel. Nobody to watch over them. Nobody to protect them. Nobody to provide for them. And I'm not looking to provide for any of these women I'm talking about. I got my faith, my place.
True ministers and true evangelists, and it prompted me to.
Now listen to how she's talking here. Listen to how she's talking. She said, let's replay that. Because see, she talking like she's never met a true person of the Most High in her life. Forget about a true prophet. I ain't never met a true person of the Most High in my entire life. She throwing everybody under the bus. Whenever a person starts talking like that, that lets me know it's something wrong with them. And again, this is not personal. I don't know her. I'm looking at the content of what she's talking about. And the words and the things she's talking about, the way she's talking about it is revealed in her character. She don't know she's doing that in this video. Because as she said in one of her last videos, she got a level 2 understanding of the Most High.
The truth. And I have been in contact with these true ministers and true evangelists and
true ministers. So she's never met a true minister in her life. Wow. Wow. The only people that she's ever met in her life is this place that she's been for 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, girl. I see how Jim Jones got so many black people to follow him and single women to follow him. Single black women. I see it. That's not hard for me to believe. That's something actually easy. And there are single women out there doing the best they can, and they serve the Most High not by the letter of the law, but by the spirit of the law. But they got the ruach in them.
Go and be there. And so that, and it prompted me to go and be there. And so that is what I've done. This is basically an update video. I left my home in Milwaukee about a week ago now and been here about 5 days now. And so
the reason why a whole bunch of women could just get up, move, go somewhere and visit someplace, I want to tell you why that happens. It's because there's no male headship. They don't have to ask no man nothing. Okay, go out there. The same thing, the same plane. Just stack it right, all that stuff right out there in the vestibule. You see, that's why this kind of stuff could happen. If you look at this if you look at this video, if you look at okay, yeah, it's just stuff that she just can't articulate. Last girl I was telling you about.
This is where the power is at.
You hear this? You hear this definitive language? This is where was the visual. Batia, hold on a second, y'all. Batia.
I have witnessed the true power of the Most High through His holy prophet.
Hold on a second. I got to give some instructions in righteousness so everybody know what I want. Yeah, I'm trying to get you to do that before that. No, you all these things, you understand this here. If you want that guy, you understand right here. You gotta get this stuff in the you gotta be there you go. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. But anyway, I'm going to let you all listen to this. But yeah, got a lot of deliveries today. But anyway, uh, listen to this.
You got to see, this is not common in the earth. This is something you won't find on every corner.
Now, when people start talking like that, she's already reinforced the idea that in one of her earlier videos, she already reinforced the idea that this is the first prophet of the Most High she's ever met in her life. Now, in this video, these are the first true ministers, prophet, and evangelist she's ever met. Now she's doubling down by saying, listen to this guy talk. He talks like he gets, because he says stuff like he says stuff like he got secrets and stuff that's, for the most holy place, the court and the inner court. He uses that type of language, which I'm very, very, very familiar with. I'm an old head, so I'm that don't get me. And the way that uh he deals with that and lures you in if you are inexperienced. And I want to tell you something. I look at LydiaYah and a lot of these young ladies like if they were my daughters. They wouldn't be my daughters because, but if they were my daughters. So I'm not here to castigate, to denigrate, to humiliate, or to engage in character definitions. The Bible says, "He that is spiritual judges all things. Self is judged of no one." Okay. And when it says he himself is judged of no one, he himself is not judged of anyone that's not spiritual or mature in their spirituality. Okay. So I don't have no hate, animosity, chagrin against this young lady. I look at her as like one of my daughters. And so what I'm here to do is sound an alarm for this type of behavior and thinking, because words and action is actually what makes up your character. Words and actions make up your character. And so when you get on YouTube and you say all these things and you do all these things and you move here and you show your action, guess what your character? And your chinks and imperfection. Some more, some less. So this is not hate against her. Okay?
Like you would those Christian churches or those.
See, She's trying to raise the premium. She's being a salesman, a multi-level marketing spiritual salesman for this ministry now. And to be quite frank with you, and this is her first time going there, and she's only been there for 2 days with this video. But even before she went there, just listening to a YouTube channel, she said that this was a true prophet of the Most High and the first one she ever met in her life. And when I wrote her and commented on her comments, of course, I mean, you know, with a level 2 understanding and relationship with the Most High, of course, she was offended. She was offended, but I didn't take offense, but she was offended. She was offended. So that let me know that she don't even have thick skin.
7-day Adventist churches, you won't find it on every corner because.
So now that she's found this LydiaYah ministry in Texas, everybody that she knows needs to go there. This is the only place she's ever found real truth. And so since this is the only place she's ever discerned real truth, I mean, how much truth can you really discern on a level 2 experience anyway? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being on level 2, but there's something out of kilter with being on a level 2 experience and then becoming a billboard for a ministry that you really don't know. Yes. Now that type of behavior is in line with the person does have a level 2 experience. Now I will vouch for that. They get clingy with just seeing a video. It's people that get clingy with me watching my videos and they can't even tell me what I teach. Because I'll ask them. I will ask people, so what did you like about the teaching? And they never could say, they never can give you anything concrete. It's people that call me, write me, text me, and they'll tell me, oh, I love that teaching. But they will never tell you, well, what did you like? Share it with me. I need to hear it again. If it blessed you, hey, give it to me. And they're like, why do I need to share it with you? And you spoke it. I'm like, but I don't know how it blessed you. But they never able. See, a lot of this stuff, people just like your voice. They like the way you sound. They like the way you look. They like the way you talk. They like how smart you are. They like how intelligent you are, how articulate you are. They like your stage presence. Boring. Boring. It's not that really. It's not that serious. All that stuff means nothing.
This is the truth. And this is the message.
Now look, listen. This is the truth, the definite article. Look at the word she's using. She's saying this is the truth. And when she's saying the truth, she means the only truth. Based on everything that else she said about this ministry. See, the fall is going to be so great. The disappointment is going to be so great. I hope she don't lose her mind. I really do. Because she putting cables on these people.
And what I've witnessed it. And the prophet.
Okay, right here she's speechless. She don't even know what to say. Don't get up here and make a video and try to express something and then not be able to express it. That's who can't talk and is just babbling. You know, don't make a big, don't do that.
I didn't see his face before I got here because he's not the type that wants to be seen and have his face plastered on every billboard or social media site or news. He is very humble. And when I first saw him, all I could think of was he looks nothing like I thought he did in my mind. He's very beautiful, and
You ought to see her expression as she says this. You really ought to see her expression, direction. Now she's enamored at the way the man looks, the aesthetics. But she won't tell you what he teaches. She's enamored with the packaging, but won't tell you what the content is in the package. She won't even tell you. You know why? Because the prophet said it's a secret. It's a secret. It's only for people that's for the most holy place or the inner court. Stop it. Now she can't tell you what's the content is, but she can tell you how beautiful he is. She can elaborate on that. See that I don't even know if that's level 2. You're just enamored just because something shines and glistens and oh, come on, y'all. We need to get past this kind of stuff. Please, please.
here as well.
Just close in disbelief, shaking her head from side to side. She's just, wow. She don't even know what to say.
Those that I've met,
She's sighing an awful lot. See, this I'm telling you, y'all, people be starstruck. They starstruck. People want somebody to worship. They want somebody, if not worship, just to look up to. I don't need nobody to look up to. I really don't. I really don't need it. If there's somebody that I can honor and respect on that level around here, no. Mm-mm. If it come, if it don't, I will be the person that people look up to. I will, I will submit myself so I could be a person that people look up to. If I can't look up to nobody else, I just say, okay, Most High, well, you know, I would like somebody to look up to, but if they're not you, I'm just gonna look up to you.
in the congregation are not like the average. These are the true saints.
Okay, now you see that? See, she's doubling down. This is the true prophet, true ministers, true evangelists, and now it's the true saints. And they have the truth. Nobody else. Nobody else. Nobody else has the truth, y'all. Nobody. Nobody. Wow. See, me, I might not, I don't think I'm patient enough to deal with a spirit like this. I wouldn't even want to. No. Engaging with people who are intelligent, Ruach inspired thinkers. Even if we come up against each other every now and then. I relish that. I enjoy that. And I understand, y'all, some people admire people, but you got to admire people for the right reasons. Let me see that invoice. Thank you, baby. Okay.
They are very regal, and they are royalty. And they exhibit royalty, and they exhibit the kingdom. Like I said, the prophet, he's very beautiful, and he could be more famous than any man.
Now,
He could be more famous than T.D. Jakes.
Now, now look at all the people she said this guy could be famous as. These are all people that, by her own definition, she believes don't even have the truth. But she compares the true prophet to some people that don't even have the, and said that he could be more famous than them. The only way that she could be more famous than them is if he don't have the truth. That was a bad choices of examples. And even from my perspective, to compare this guy to T.D. Jakes and old Joel Osteen, that's like saying that he could have more fame than the devil. That don't sit well, Lydia, sweetheart. But I get it. There's mercy. When you don't know, you'll say anything. When you're learning how to talk, you just blah 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 blah. You don't know what to say.
Etc. He could be very famous, but
why she so stressing how famous he could be? Why she not stressing how holy he could be? Why she didn't compare him to some of the people in the Bible? Why did she compare him to the worst ministers that's in the world today that made famous? Do that, girl, that was a catastrophic blunder. Don't do that to the man. But maybe you in a good place. Maybe you doing that for it. That's the Holy Ghost. Maybe you're doing that for a good reason. There must be a reason why you made a beeline to comparing him to T.D. Jakes and man of the Most High to T.D. Jakes and Osteen. And I certainly wouldn't be lauding how famous they could be in the world of high Christianity. I wouldn't do that, girl. But there's Mercy. She's level 2, so okay. But it seems like she's going backwards. Because boy, she holding on to level 2 experience with a hangnail. Okay. I'm not trying to clown her. I'm not trying to clown her, but girl, please. But maybe those examples that she's making is well placed.
Elect remnant of the Most High. He's not seeking for fame.
Well, he don't need to, because he got you in the background drooling over how he could be. So he's doing it by proxy. He's doing it through you and people like you. Uh-oh. Oh, battery dying.
Let remnant only. He's not seeking to have thousands of people, but he's here to gather the remnant, those that Daniel saw.
Well, then Daniel saw thousands and thousands then.
I can't even describe the atmosphere of Beth-Yah. It is just royal. It's very royal. And they don't tolerate what is common in the earth. They don't tolerate sin and devils. And I just really respect them. They are very respectable. The people of LydiaYah, the prophet.
I can't tell you how many people who have talked like this about ministries and they left with their face in their hands. I cannot tell you. But whatever tone LydiaYah is, I hope this girl just sit down because the Most High can reach her from a cult. He can reach her uttermost to the guttermost. Just sit down. Just sit down there. And even if you sitting down there just learning what you're not supposed to or do, that's fine with me. But stop jumping all around the place. Get some roots somewhere. Even if you go to the wrong place and learn that you wasn't supposed to be there, I would applaud that. At least you was there long enough to learn that. Hopping all around like a piece of popcorn.
Holy overseer, they are very respectable, and I'm so grateful that the Most High led me here. And I've been looking in the past. I went to and fro looking for different congregations, different fellowships. I sat in many different churches listening and just looking for the truth, looking for power, looking for love. Look, the total opposite. What many of you are doing out there.
And let me say this. This is what now this is what a lot of people are doing. They running everywhere to truth. What in John, what's that? John 6, he said, I will come to you. When he, the spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. So why was the Holy Spirit leading you to all these places where there was no truth? See, it comes back to the man in the mirror. Okay. I see. You never ran into no true saints until you ran into LydiaYah. Can you really say that? Lydia? You never ran into no true saints until you ran into the ministry of LydiaYah? Really, girl? I already know that that's not true. And I don't even know where. There are saints that know that they're Israelites, and there are saints that don't even know that they're Israelites. They don't even know that they're Israelites. They sanctified. Girl, you see, and I want to tell you something. I think that there's in our community the Bible, a lot of mental illness gets stirred up. I'm just saying.
You are going to and fro searching. If not out in the world, you're online searching. And many of you have came to my page because you're searching for the truth. But it's no coincidence that the Most High has led you here. It is because he knew that this moment would happen.
Okay, so what she mean is the Most High knew that this moment would happen, that I would find LydiaYah and I would tell y'all about his ministry. YouTube channel. Because of this moment, LydiaYah moment was going to come. Wow. And guess what? Many of the people that are subscribers to the Lydia Lioness channel, like Lydia said herself, she said she was leading people blindly in darkness. And she said many of her followers would follow her to hell. That's what she says. So that lets you know what type of vote of confidence she had for the subscribers, most of the subscribers, many of the subscribers on her channel. There are people that's just like floating around, just looking for the nice for the next popular thing that everybody's following or whatever.
He knew that I will make this video, and he knew that he was going to lead you to the prophet, his true prophet.
See, I told you. This is all about LydiaYah. So she's saying the only reason why she had a YouTube channel, ever started a YouTube channel, is to get to this moment in time, LydiaYah, so you can listen to the prophet. This is the only reason now. See, this is headed into a dark place because now this is the only reason why she's even alive now. So she could meet the LydiaYah prophet. This is the only reason why she's even alive. Wow. This is, y'all, see, these are the type of machinations that are the genesis in the making of a mindset geared for being in a cult. This is cult mentality. Even if this ministry is not a cult and it's just another false church, still, the mindset is there, ready for the picking. So it don't matter what the ministry is. It don't matter have a ministry, but have people that follow me, cult mindset. I don't want that.
Because the scriptures declares that the Most High does nothing, but he reveals his secret unto his servants, the prophet. He do nothing without.
Oh, hey, what's going on, LydiaYah?
The servants, the prophet.
Let me retype some things. Shalom, brother. Uncovered women. Exactly. Satan is they head. Okay, well there you go. Well, maybe you get the bingo. See, you like on fire right now. Jim Jones 2.0. Well, boy, you going in. Good grief. You went in on them, Israel. Dang. See, I'm trying to be all nice and prissy and and respectable. And boy, you came with the come on. Come on, Israel LydiaYah. Let up, brother. I felt that. Uncovered women. I look at these uncovered women running from state to state, living in cars, living in ease. Nobody can vouch for them. Nobody know where they've been, what they've been doing. Nobody can vouch for their character. Nobody can vouch for their time, nobody can vouch for their sexual purity. Nobody. Everything's a mystery with these women. They don't, and a lot of them don't have any children, or if they do have children, their children is grown adults and they divorced and they living in a travel trailer by choice. You don't know where these women been. You don't know what these women really into. Nobody can vouch for them. Nobody. And they're itinerant. They travel from place to place to place to place to place. But there you go, Israel LydiaYah. Say on, brother. Just hey, you tell them the truth. I know that. it hurts. I'm over here hurting, but it's the truth. Hey, these women running around here like wild beasts. No leash. Just buck wild. They hooking up with men This week they got a husband. Next week they got another husband. Next week they got another husband. Next, a second wife of a man. The next week they the fourth wife of a man. And they all on Facebook. And it's like, oh God. They teachers, they prophetesses, and they evangelists, and they just all over the place. Just wow. And I want to tell you who I blame. The men. I blame the men for these type of women. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I blame the men. Because a lot of these men doing the same stuff, running all around the place, won't sit down. You tell them to be still and take a rest and break, and they won't do it. They just run. And some of the men even have families and do this. They run all over the place with their families, wearing their families out. The families, the children be saying, Dad, please slow down. Could we just go home? They won't sit down. Why is it in the Hebrew Israelite community so many people move around so much? They move around like crazy. I can understand if you're a truck driver or something like that. I get that. But I'm like, people just running around all over the country, wearing people's souls out. But let me finish this. Listen, and the name of this video is called The Power. The Power. I found the power. And guess what the power is? The power of the Most High is only with the LydiaYah ministry. And this guy, she says is a prophet. Well, he must be a prophet, so I'm not going to take that from him. He's some kind of prophet. That's fine with me.
So this is very vital. Nothing without revealing his secrets to the servant. So the servants, the prophets. So this is very vital. This is not by chance that you are hearing this. And if you are moved to make a move, then do so. Because this is not a game. This is where the real true power is at. This is the truth.
So not everybody got to come move to Texas because she did. See, y'all, stop it.
I'm a witness. I'm a witness, and I'm giving my testimony, and I'm still witnessing the power.
Now, she keeps saying she's witnessing the power, but guess what she's not telling you? She's not telling you what the power is. She's not telling you what the power is. She's not telling you what the power. She's not describing the power. This is a lot of ambiguous Bible babble. That's all this is. This is a lot of ambiguous Christian babble. That's all this is. This is what she's doing in this video is on par with speaking in tongues. Don't tell me about the power and you ain't gonna tell me what the power is. Tell me what it is. Give me an example. But she don't do that.
If you know me from my previous videos, you know that I'm very rough around the edges. I have a rough exterior about me. Yesterday during service, a layer of that roughness was broke off of me because the power is there. And you can't go there with no rough exterior.
That really don't tell us nothing, y'all. A layer of her, all this is just abstract, ambiguous language, little Christian babble. It was broken off of me. Oh boy. Okay, how was it broken off of you, girl? What exactly? But see, it's meant to be mysterious like this to lure in weak-minded people. This is how people talk. In the last video I made, the girl was talking the same
thinking that it's stronger than the power of the Most High. It's not. Power is there. I cried out to the Most High. And I've done that in the past.
The power, but you won't tell us what the power is. Okay.
Cried out, but it's always been concealed in closed doors with no eyes to see. I haven't cried out like that amongst a congregation, amongst people, amongst others. I never did that.
Well, actually, she did, because the last ministry she was a part of, which was the Watchman Report Ministry, there's a video with her getting baptized. And when she got baptized, she started screaming and hollering, like people do in the Pentecostal church. So she can't say that she's never done that. And then what's really interesting, when she got baptized and did all that screaming, guess what happened? She had a huge fallout with Watchman and his wife. And then she went and she let them baptize her backwards. I want to tell you, I don't get baptizing people unbiblical. Second of all, we don't do anything in the Bible backwards. Just stop it. Third of all, when you get baptized backwards, you got to put all your in somebody else's hands. For that reason alone, I would not let nobody baptize me and then they have to take then bring you up when they baptize you backwards. Where is that in the Bible? Backwards. When you baptize somebody, you're supposed to baptize them forward, like in prayer. They go down in the water on their knees. And the person you're baptizing can actually help you pick them back up. All their weight don't even have to be on you. They could actually, and you just kneel down in the water like you're praying. You put your hands on the bottom of whatever you in, and you raise yourself up. All this falling back and pulling the pastor in, and he dropping the microphone in the water. Both of y'all, there was a pastor baptized the guy, and guess what happened? The mic fell in the water for him. That was the judgment of the Most High. The microphone fell in the water and it killed both of them. That's why they have the microphones hanging from the ceiling. And I don't even like that. I don't want the microphone hanging right over the water. I want the microphone in front of the water, the baptistry. Don't put no electrical devices over or around the baptistry. And so then I had a falling out. And so she went and baptized herself. Be baptized again, especially because she got to stick to it, because she said he a true prophet. Okay, well, let you then. That's the natural order of things based on your history. You got to let him baptize you, and I want to see him baptize you backwards, because that's what he's going to do. He's going to baptize you just like all the other false ministries that you say. Baptize you backwards. The Bible don't say nothing about doing anything positive for the Most High backwards. Nothing. That's how I know you're supposed to be baptized forward. It's just common sense. You don't baptize people backwards. It's just out of order with heaven and the Most High. I guarantee you this LydiaYah ministry, I bet you they baptize people backwards. And guess what that means? It's just like every other ministry that baptizes people backwards. It's nothing. She just starstruck, and there's going to be peer pressure on her.
But the power is there.
The power. Okay,
is
Lydia.
where I'm at here in Texas. And if you want further information, you will do what it takes to get further information.
You see all the coded language you will do. She won't even tell you that. She won't even tell you that. Everything is mysterious and secretive. Girl, you could have that Tone Beth Yah ministry. This is where the power at. You ain't gonna tell me what the power is, but you're gonna tell me this is where the power is at. Girl, please, you better stop it. When my kids were little, they could articulate better than this about what was so good to them.
And I have trust issues. I don't trust easily. I don't trust people easily. It's so much deception out there.
You could have fooled me. You don't trust easily, huh? You was trusting these people before you even got down there, Lydia. That's why you have to delete all your videos every time, because you can't leave no electronic trail of where you been. And that's another thing. Be very careful of these religious women, strange women in Israel, who always deleting all their videos. They don't have no history on YouTube, no history on Facebook. They don't have no history with no man that's of the spirit in the earth. And so these women are a mystery. This is what makes them strange women. Because you're left to their word. You're left to their word. And especially when they don't have no children, they never been pregnant, or at least they say that. They don't even have, see, when a woman has children, that lets you know that she's been somewhere. And the more children she been, that lets you know where she's been for the longest period of time. If you meet a woman that's got 5 children and she been married for 25 years, well, you know where the woman been. She only been with one man and only been impregnated by one man. You know where she been. She been at home cooking. She been working. She been raising children, homeschooling children, working in the garden, painting the house, paying bills. You know where her husband can vouch for her. Her sons can vouch for her. Her daughters can vouch for her. But when a woman is in her late 20s, got no kids, you can't vouch for her. This is a strange woman. This is the definition of a strange woman. Another strange woman is a woman who got 5 kids by different baby daddies. She's a strange woman too. And then she ain't never got married. Now that's really strange.
So much lies and folly and just lies out there in the world that I don't trust and just bring anything and take it and keep it and believe anything. I'm not tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. But this place has gained my trust and is still gaining more of my trust. I'm fairly new. I've only been here a couple of days, but
you heard that? Now, hey y'all, you guys listening to this? I want to play this over what she just said, and you tell me if she didn't just contradict herself. Watch this.
This place has gained my trust and is still gaining more
Did you
trust. I'm fairly new.
You heard that? This place has gained my trust. Now listen to this.
Trust and just bring in. I have.
She said she have trust. Could have fooled me. Watch this.
Trust issues. Trust easily. I don't.
She's saying trust easily, but watch what she gonna contradict herself right there.
Trust people easily. There's so much deception out there, so much lies and folly and just lies out there in the world that I don't trust and just bring anything and take it and keep it and believe anything. I'm not tossed.
Now she don't even know that that's exactly what she's doing. And she about to contradict herself right here.
To and fro with every wind of doctrine. But this place has gained my trust and is still gaining more of my trust. I'm fairly new. I've only been here a couple of days, but
You heard that, y'all? She only been there for a couple of days, and they gained her trust. Gained her trust. They gained the trust of this girl's soul. I tell you something, I don't care what kind of ministry or person you are, you're not going to gain trust in no 2 days. You're not. And it's really interesting that she says 2 days, because in one of her other videos, she said she has a level 2 experience. So everything is lining up with 2 with this girl, this young woman. Everything is lining up with 2. She says she got level 2 experience. She says she's met them for 2 days and they gained her trust, but yet her trust is not gained easily. In view of the fact that she knows there's a lot of deception in the world, but how are they able to gain your trust in 2 days? And you wasn't around them no full 2 days. You probably in 2 days you probably only was around them 10 hours. Boy, in your life, a big brother or uncle or somebody, this is the kind of stuff that you do.
From the moment I stepped foot into the tabernacle, I knew that this is the place.
Okay, well, listen now. Listen. Now, she said her trust is not gained easily, but she said that as soon as she stepped in the place, they gained her trust. She knew that this was the place. He don't even have to say anything. You see how easy these strange women are? They just easy. Easy. I'm gonna see. This is not now. When she listen to this video, she gonna get into her feelings and everything. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm a professional at. I'm a professional father. Okay. I'm a professional father and a professional husband. I'm a professional at that. And when I talk to my daughters, I talk to my daughters raw, just like in right now. Just like this. I'm like real with my daughters. My daughters know. Same way with my wife. I don't pull no punches. They know me. So the person you hear and talk right here, I'm not being partial to this sister and her experience. I would say the same thing to my daughters that I love. But listen to what this young lady says. Now, she gonna get into her feelings and stuff. But just listen to what she says here.
From the moment I stepped foot into the tabernacle, I knew that this is the place where I belong.
Wow. She said it from her own mouth. Just by walking in the place, she know. On a level 2 experience, she know. She know enough about this ministry and this people that she know. I want to tell you something. When I was 19, I got a letter from a friend that was telling me about a trade school that was in Maryland. I was working at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. And this guy brought this paper to me and I read it and I got so excited. I said, man, that's a trade school I could go to? Yeah. I'm like, how much did it cost to go there? They're like, you can work your way through it. I said, really? Yeah. I found out where the place was at, found out how much a ticket cost. I called the place, talked to the people. They sent me some brochures and everything. I told my mother and father about it, and they said it's probably a cult. I said, wait. I said, hey, mama, how you know it's a cult? What makes you think it's a cult? And she said, well, a lot, and they really couldn't. It was some little ghetto babble stuff that they told me. It was nothing intelligent. It was nothing cogent. They just said it because, uh, you know, the Jim Jones thing was in the air, still in the air. That happened in the 70s. But I said, how is this a Jim Jones? Do you know these people? No. I was like, but what makes you think that this is a Jim Jones? Well, it's a farm, and Jim Jones was on the farm, and the people work. They wade through stuff, and if you go here, then you going to have to work your way. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Now I'm a teenager. I'm like, what are you talking about, Ma? This sounds like some hood babble stuff. So I said, okay, well, I'm going to get some more information. And as a matter of fact, the director of the school moved to a church that was right close by me. So I vetted the information. I talked to people that actually knew him, and I asked them what kind of person he was. I found out where he used to live and everything. And it sounded legit. I called and talked to the director and everything. And I said, it sounds legit. And I say, boy, they have a trade school for black people? That blew my mind. That's really what got me. Because I was working at O'Hare Airport at a dead-end job as an usher. So I went there. It wasn't a cult. It was like a ministry school. Now, there were some people there that had a cult mentality who were students, but the school was really legit. As a matter of fact, that's how I got into construction and been doing construction for over 30 years. Plan. I said, if this place comes out to be I'll leave. I want to keep enough money for a bus ticket back home. And that's what I did. Never had to use it. Never had to use it. And I'm going to tell you this. The people that was running the school, I wasn't that fond of them. The people that was running the school, I wasn't fond of them that much. I was there for one purpose, to learn something that nobody could take away from me and I could feed a family. That's why I went to the trade school. So I stepped on the land. Yes, it was peaceful because it was in the country, in the sticks, but it was in the country. It was like right on the outside of town, a rural part of town, Frederick, Maryland. So I went there, but I wasn't like this girl. Soon as I stepped in, say no more. Oh no. When I stepped on the land, I wanted to talk to some people. I wanted people to tell me something, say something to me. But see, this is how you know a person is shutting their mind down. Soon as she stepped into the place, oh, say no more. This is the truth. Hold your horses. You're a little too gun ho. Let's see what kind of game they talking. Just because people talking a game on a YouTube video, when you don't level 2 experience, you don't know how to that kind of math yet.
And the most, it's just so good. I'm so grateful. So all is well on my end. For those who are wondering about me, where did I go? Am I okay? What is going on? This is what it is. And I seen the prophet. I seen him pray over the people. And I seen the power. I was standing in line as well. And I know this is the truth. And so
she keeps saying, I knew it was the truth as soon as I stepped foot in the tabernacle. And she say no more. No, girl. My goodness. This is some gullible. This is how people get into cults. This is how people get into cults, y'all. Say no more. Oh, God.
if you're looking and searching, you can end your search today.
And what's really interesting, what's really interesting is that this LydiaYah ministry, they use the word Jesus all the time. Jesus. She did this in her live YouTube broadcast. I bet she ain't correcting that prophet when he says the word Jesus. I bet in that name. She don't have no problem with the true prophet, the real prophet, the only true prophet she know. Guess what? Use the name of Jesus. How is he the only true prophet you know using the name of Jesus when there's a lot of false prophets you name Jesus? How is that? As a matter of fact, this is one of the rulers that she used to determine if a person is really following the Most High. If they don't say Yah, because she's real strong with the Yah and the Yeshua. But the Tom Beth Yah, you can go to some of his videos, and guess what? He uses the word Jesus. Now Jesus is fine. Now he's fine. Why? Because the true prophet said so. Okay. See? Okay. No other name. Oh, okay. Now I get it, Lydia. Now I get it. I see how you roll from one thing to the other, tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. Because he sure uses the name Jesus. He sure does. And she has an aversion with that. She feel a certain kind of way about the word Jesus, but yet he's to and fro by every wind of doctrine. All right. The Bible talks about silly women laden with sin, led away with diverse lusts. See, Thea, if you believe in the name Yah, stand on that. Don't start going back to Jesus when you denounce that name, JC. Let's see, I wonder if she's going to be saying JC to him. No, she not, because his presence is going to make her back down and step down off of that. See, girl, you just
would just believe and have faith that the Most High you here for a purpose and led you here for a reason. Your search could end today. You let it go. Let go of all the things you learned in the past.
Now listen to what she's saying now. This is how absolute she believes about. And I want to tell you, a lot of Hebrew Israelites teach this same devilish doctrine. Watch this.
Your search could end today. You just have to let it go. Let go of all the things you learned in the past.
Now she says, let go of all the things you've known in the past, that you've learned in the past. Why? Because she found LydiaYah Ministries. So she don't know what she's saying because she got level 2 experience and understanding. She don't know that she's saying that the Most High has never been with you before. Now, she don't know how to do that type of math in the 2nd grade of spiritual experience. She don't even know that. But she's saying that the Most High has never been with you if you haven't been in the LydiaYah ministry. Hebrew Israelites teach the same stupid thing. Just let it go. Oh, you a fool. I know the Most High was with me when I was a Christian. I know the Most High was with me before. You better stop it. Eyes with me is if I'm with you. See, they try to peg your spiritual life to that's MK Ultra type of stuff. And here she is propagating it. Oh my goodness. Y'all, nothing good is going to come out of this little ministry and ministries like this. You got to let go of everything. You mean to tell me the Most High never been with me since I've been born until I come into the LydiaYah ministry? Really? You mean to tell me that the Most High has never been with me until I became a Hebrew Israelite? I found out that I was a Hebrew Israelite? That's the only way he's been with me? So how have I been breathing all this time? How am I able to walk, talk, eat, love, study, raise children? The Most High has never been with me no time in my life. So just let go everything. So all the construction skills that I've learned, because you in the LydiaYah ministry, I got to let that go? Really? See, the only type of person who will say stuff like that is a person that don't know anything. And so for them to let go of what they know, it's no loss because they don't know nothing. Y'all, I'm dropping so much wisdom right now. It's like crazy. It's like oozing out my pores. Why a person could tell you to let go of everything you got, let go of everything you know. They don't know nothing. They don't have nothing. They're not rooted in nothing that's of faith. They're not. That's why they can so easily try to convince you, sell you on leaving everything. Because they ain't got nothing. That their roots are wrong with traveling. But you should have a base. Hello. You should have a base every week and every month. Your base moves. You hear somebody, you run to the city that they're in, your base moves. You see somebody on YouTube with a YouTube channel, you run to where they at, your base moves. I would not trust no woman that's running all around the place. I would not trust a woman, she ain't got no kids, no baby, no man, no spiritual head, none. And a woman like that is going to tell you to leave everything that you got. Everything that you know, just let it go. Yeah. The reason why it's easy to say to do that because you don't know nothing. You don't have no roots, thick roots of faith. You can't because you're always moving around. You just have to let it go. Let go of all the things you learned in the past, all of your religion. All the things, Lydia. Listen to yourself. Listen. You got to let all the stuff that you learned in the past, Lydia. Come on, Lydia. Come on. I just, I want to be sympathetic towards this sister like she one of my daughters. I really do. Come on, Lydia. Everything, Lydia? Do that really make sense to you? She thinks she's waxing eloquent right now.
All of your knowledge, everything you think you know, you have to be willing to count it all as dung.
You hear this, girl? Let me look at the chat room because I can't see the chat room. Y'all, are y'all listening to this babble? I know, right? Believe she's being deceived. Unstable. Exactly. Israel, Ark of Yah. Y'all hear this? This is not a train wreck already. This girl is basically making a video saying, let go of everything you even think about the Most High and follow this prophet. See, the reason why she can teach that kind of stuff is because that's what that ministry is teaching. That guy is into rebuilding and reprogramming. So I can't undo everything. I'm not going to. My goodness. And this girl, it's amazing that she makes a video and puts this for the whole world to see. She don't even know to be embarrassed to put this up. Because that's all that's out there in the world is dumb. It's dumb. Let it go. Let go of all the things you learned in the past, all of your religion, all of your knowledge, everything you think you know. You have to be willing to count it all as dung. Dung, girl. Dung. So I've been feeding them, so I got to let that go. I'm an expert, master at building. So now I got to let that go because you met a prophet. It's women out there that are, they got to let that go, Lydia. They got to let go being a nurse because you found the Tome Beth Yah prophet who you got Google eyes for. Really, Lydia? He's so beautiful. He could be the most famous man that ever lived. Really, Lydia? Girl, the thirst. This is too thirsty. Oh, stop it. Because that's all that's out there in the world is dumb. So everything outside of the Tome Beth Yah ministry, she say, is the world. It's not the truth. The Most High, His real true truth and His real word and His real true prophets are very scarce in this land. All she doing is regurgitating what she heard the Tome Beth Yah guy prophet say. That's all. She don't know that. Because if you ask her how many prophets are there in the world, she won't even be able to know. Stop repeating everything you hear somebody. Man, this girl is gushing. Girl, please. Today. This is embarrassing. I'm glad this. Rather, he has found me. So. Girl, you found him. The name of the video here, girl, is I Found the Power. He didn't find you. You found him. The name of the video is I Found Power, girl. Stop it. Stop contradicting yourself. You're contradicting your own video. I found the power. Now you're saying he found you. Okay, girl, make up your mind. But a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I just want to let you know this is not a cult. I'm not being held at gunpoint. I'm free to go as I please. Girl, you don't sound like nobody that's free. They have captured your mind soon as you stepped in the place. Soon as you stepped in the place, your mind was captured. So you're not free. It might not be nobody around you, but your mind is not free, girl. I could look at people's face and tell if they free. And you don't have the face of a person free. You have a face of a person that's, oh, good grief.
If I want to leave and go back home, I could do so. I am.
Yeah, you can leave, and because I want to tell, I want to say something to you right now. I want to prophesy something right now. Usually, these relationships, they don't last more than boy. I'm gonna be real liberal. 6 months. I'll give this 6 months. I'll give this 6 months. These strange women are restless. They really are restless. Even if nothing is wrong, they ready to go and move on to the next thing. They are restless. So I'm gonna give you by the end of the summer, okay? By August, I say by August, this will be over with, and she'll be on to something else. And I'm gonna be following her too, using her as another case study. You know, I don't want her to be angry at me. I'm just a real plain, blunt type of guy. I'm like that in real life. I'm like that in public. I'm like that at home. I'm like that on the job site. I'm like that everywhere I go. I'm just real plain and blunt. I really am. It shocks me sometimes. I'm not just a guy sitting behind the keyboard. I
Free to go. As you can see right now, there's nobody in the room.
That proves
I'm by
nothing.
myself in this room.
That proves nothing, Lydia.
I'm free to leave. I'm free to just go on about my business and continue on my page. And
everything said about this ministry, LydiaYah, it lets me know that you're not free to do nothing. I don't care where you go to. Even if you went to the moon, you're not free. You're a restless soul. Like somebody said in the chat room.
And do whatever I've been doing in the past. But no, I don't want to do that because I'm home.
Yeah, because you're captured. You're captured. She don't know that she's contradicting herself. She just got through saying she could leave and everything else, but now she turned around and said she's home. Yeah, that means you've been captured. You've been captured, Lydia. You've been snared.
I'm home. I'm where I belong. And don't think this is a cult. Don't even think that in your mind. This is not some camp or some religious prison. This is where the power is at. This is where the elect is at, getting prepared. Getting prepared. Not somewhere getting weak. But this is where the elect remnant is at, getting prepared and getting strengthened in the Most High. So, with that being said, that's pretty much all it is right now. I'm still in shock. That's why I may not be as expressive as I could be. I'm still in shock from what I'm.
Let me tell you, let me explain this shock she says she's in. This shock is really, what it really is the inability to discern. The atmosphere that she's in, she's not used to. Based on her own testimony, she ain't used to it. She is in shock. Yeah, because you're being deprogrammed. And now you have to get acclimated to this changing environment that you're in. And another thing, another reason why you're in shock, because you know these people for such a short period of time. You just met them 2 days ago. You really can't really hone in on what they really about. You really can't. So that is another shock response right there. See, this is why Lydia, I'm talking straight to you because you're going to see this video. Lydia, this is why you need, I'm not talking about me, because you left me a comment one time saying, oh, you just want me to follow you, girl. Girl, you drive me crazy. I don't want you following me. I don't want you following me. I don't want you following me into nothing, okay? Not with the state of mind you got. You're not even qualified to follow me. So no, thank you. Okay, you can stay right where you at. But anyway, hold on a second. I was going to say something, but I got sidetracked with the phone ringing.
Feeling and what I'm seeing about myself.
Listen to this.
As expressive as I could be, I'm still in shock from what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing about myself and all the things.
And too often these things are based on feelings
That I thought I was healed from, which I really wasn't healed from.
So she, now that she's at the Pt4 ministry, she's learning things about herself that she didn't know before. Only because of Pt4 ministry. Okay, Lydia. You did say you were spiritually blind. You did say that in one of your last videos. But that you deleted.
I came to the light to be exposed. You got to come to the light to be exposed.
Well, what you don't realize, Lydia, is that you're being exposed right now with this video. This is the light that you're being exposed with. And I don't want nothing from you. Nothing. I don't know why you think you got something to give me. She actually wrote a comment to me, wrote a message to me telling me that, girl, please, are you serious? You ain't got nothing to give me. You ain't got nothing to give me, and you ain't got nothing to give me that I ain't never had before. And I'm talking to you, Lydia. So you have several seats. I don't know what you think you could give me. Please, it's nothing you could give me the way you talk and think. Nothing. And I'm not trying to be rough with you, but I'm just, just calm down. You're talking to a man right now. You're talking to a real prophet. So, just calm yourself. Okay. And I'm not your prophet. Okay. Let's get that straight too.
And to be healed. I don't want to hide anymore. I don't want to conceal myself or my hurt or my issues anymore. I want to be free and I want to be who the Most High has called me to be. Time is running out. We must get prepared. We must get ready. It's time to let go of all of the ways of this world. It's time to die to the flesh. It's time to ascend. Let go of the weak and beggarly things of this world. It's time to let them go. And so I just know that the Most High is with me, and I just pray that I'm pleasing Him.
Now it's really interesting. She said she knows the Most High is with her, but earlier in her life, she believed the Most High was with her. But now this time is different. She believed the Most High is with her now. But she expects for everybody else to just let go everything that they ever taught and learned and let it go as dung. See, this girl, this is a lot. See, I'm not going to say nothing that disparaging, but let me keep going.
Unto Him, I know He is pleased, and I want to continue to please Him. I want to do better. I want to be better. And I want you to be better. Whoever's watching this right now, you made it this far in the video.
And the only way you could be better is if you with Pt4 ministry.
And to truly be a part of the kingdom.
So now the LydiaYah ministry is the kingdom. Yeah, if you're not with them, you're not with the Most High. See, this is where all this stuff tends and trends towards. You got to watch these people when they speak in absolutes without giving any concrete content of what they're asking you to get into.
There's much more I have to say, but now is not the time. So I just want to say, I love you all, and may the Most High be with you. All right? Trust Him. There's a reason for you hearing me right now. There's a reason. This is not by chance. So trust the Most High. Just have faith like a child. Most High will not lead you astray. If you want to know more, you will seek to know more. So I'm out for now. I love you all, and shalom.
But anyway, and I want to tell you, I think some of these, I'm just going to be raw with you. I think some of these women just need to be wifed up. Some of them. I'm not saying her. No, I'm not saying her. She's not ready for no wifing up. But I'm just, some of these women, they need to be wifed up. You know, they really do, because they doing too much. They doing too much. They doing way too much. And their faith in the Most High is not stable. You could just listen to them. See, I'm a man, been married for 25 years, got 5 children, own my house, own everything I got. Raised up 5 children, homeschooled them and everything. I got roots. Been teaching the Bible ever since I've been married. And even before I got married, I was teaching the Bible, doing evangelism, passing out tracts and all that kind of stuff. And every place I've ever been, the Most High has guided me. And every place I've ever been, I've never been to the point where I've been enamored by the leader and just go goo goo gaga. Oh, he's so beautiful. No, I've never been that guy. Never been. Oh, she's so beautiful. No, never. I always been there on business. Every place I've ever been, I've been there on business. I wasn't tossed to and fro, running here, running there. I didn't church hop. I didn't do that kind of stuff. I was a very stable person, very stable husband, very stable father, very stable master carpenter, very stable friend, very stable enemy. When I'm your enemy, I'm your enemy, period. When I'm your enemy, I am your enemy. That's something you could depend on. I'm a faithful enemy. I guarantee you that. And I'm a faithful friend. I'm a more faithful friend than I am a faithful enemy. I am. But I try to keep it balanced. Ooh, I try to keep it balanced. My wife got receipts on me. My wife got receipts on me. My children got receipts on me. They know my history. I'm very candid about everything, the good, the bad, and yep, the ugly. I'm candid. That's one thing I'm real serious about. Cheating my wife, cheating my children, cheating my friends, and cheating my enemies. I'm real concerned about that. So my family knows where I have been. They know what I've been doing. This happens when you bring the independent woman mindset. Boy, humble servant came in with the thunder. Humble servant came in like a thunderclap out of nowhere. The humble servant came in with the thunderclap. He putting the cherry on top. He said, this happens when you bring the independent woman mindset into the faith. I've seen happen a lot. Preach, brother, preach. He came in with thunder. He came in with the thunder, boy, on a clear day. Thunder and lightning, okay? This happens, boy, you better say that thing. This happens the independent woman mindset in the faith. I've seen it happen a lot. Now, Lydia is doing electronic marketing for this ministry. And guess what? They haven't even given her. There's no video where that ministry has given her authorization to do that. See, you see the type of autonomy these single-minded women have, these strange women have. They'll condemn you without any man's authorization, and they will promote you without any man's authorization. See, that's that independent spirit that I'm talking about. That ministry didn't ask. That ministry did not ask her to promote their ministry, but yet she's on the internet making videos with her mouth open. That's strange woman behavior right there. Strange woman. And then she'll get on here and leave a comment denigrating me without the permission of any man. That's strange woman behavior. You would never see my wife on the internet talking to some man, telling him what he should do and shouldn't do. You ain't gonna see my wife doing that. You ain't gonna see none of my daughters doing that. They not strange women. And let me throw this out at you. There's a lady that I went to church with, and she used to be a prostitute. Let me just drop some game right now. There's a lady who used to be a prostitute in the church that I used to go to when I was a Seventh-day Adventist. And they made her an elder in the church. And I'm going to tell you something. Even though this lady wasn't prostituting anymore, she still had that prostitute type of vibe and spirit on her. She was a nice enough lady. She's a nice enough lady, but she still had that domineering approach a man with the quickness type of attitude. Now, I'm not saying that there should never be a time that a woman approaches a man. But there's a way that a woman approaches a man. And by the way, the woman never was married. She never really was a married in a marriage to count of. Never. And she was a prostitute. And she brought some of her uh wordplay, prostitute wordplay, she brought that right into Christianity, right into the church as an elder. Right in the church as an elder. She sure did. A lot of these women, y'all, they've been, even if they haven't been prostitutes, they've been so loose when they was in the world that a lot of that baggage comes with them. Whether they got children or not, it comes with them. And they never been healed from these things or delivered from these things. So, but anyway, I've been on here 2 hours. Wow. Anyway, I want to get out of here, y'all. This is Prophet Rawanawa B. I'm not trying to hurt the sister. I'm not trying to hurt her. I'm not trying to put on blast, you know. But we're going to see how spiritual she really is by even if she responds. I hope she don't even respond, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day. This is Prophet Rawanawa B. Shalom.